As filmmakers and creatives, inspiration doesn't always come from sitting at a desk. Sometimes it comes from getting out and exploring. That's why the Hiboy Max Pro has become such an awesome part of my routine. It's fun, practical, and honestly, a great way to recharge creativity. This is a Hiboy Max Pro electric scooter, and after riding it for a few weeks, this thing has been extremely reliable and most importantly really fun to ride around. What I especially like about this scooter is that it's an all-terrain scooter, meaning it can handle various rough terrains such as riding it in city streets, gravel roads, dirt roads, or any other rougher surfaces, making it extremely versatile. It features like a dual front and back suspension with 11-inch pneumatic tires, allowing it to absorb bumps, making it smoother on rougher surfaces. It also comes with a 500 watt motor that peaks at 650 watts, which gives it plenty of pulling power for off-roading, and you can definitely feel the power. It's got a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery, which is pretty big for an electric scooter. That means you can get around 46 miles of range on a single charge, perfect for those longer rides without stressing about battery life, and it can fully charge in about 8 to 9 hours. Additionally, the battery features small battery management, and it's also UL certified, which helps the battery protect from overheating, overcurrent, and other potential issues, giving you a safer and more reliable ride and overall give you peace of mind. It reaches a top speed of 22 miles per hour, which for an electric scooter is actually quite impressive, especially if you are using it for commuting or longer rides. When taking a look at the scooter, especially in person, it's clear that this is a premium, high quality electric scooter made with extremely solid reinforced aluminum materials. The widened deck provides a better balance and stability, making your ride smoother and more comfortable while giving you plenty of room to rest your feet. On the backside of the deck, as you can see, it has this hole mount for a seat attachment, so you can choose to ride either sitting down or standing up. Now, depending on which model you get, you do have to purchase the standing seat separately. One thing that I really like about this electric scooter is this really cool bright lighting on each side of the deck. It also has a front light and a brake tail light, especially handy for riding at night. On the handlebar, everything's really easy to reach. You've got a clear display that shows your speed, battery, and riding mode, a smooth thumb throttle, and a responsive brake lever, as well as a handy bell and simple buttons to switch modes to turn on the lights on and off. The scooter can also be connected to the Hiboy mobile app, which allows you to check your speed, battery status, riding stats, and even adjust settings like ride modes and cruise control. The scooter can be folded down for storing or traveling, making it super easy to take it with you, for example to the beach, park, or tuck away when you are not using it. Alright guys, so for this riding test, we're going to be putting the Hiboy Max Pro to the test, riding it in various terrains. So the first test guys, we're going to be riding this scooter on a gravel road, which is this one right here. And then over there I want to go uphill to test the torque and also the power, just to see how well this scooter does whenever it comes to the power and torque, because it does peak at 750 watts of power, which for an electric scooter that's quite impressive. So I want to test the power and also the torque. And then guys, we're also going to be testing the suspension because it does have dual suspension, and also I want to test the brakes on this scooter. So let's go ahead and do this guys. Let's turn it on. And by the way guys, if you see any glitching on the screen, it has nothing to do with the actual screen. It's actually a issue caused by my camera that I'm recording with. It has a different refresh rate, so that's why it's doing that. But anyways, let's put it to sport mode. Let's see. Alright, so we're on sport mode, so let's go ahead and do this guys. As you guys can see, this is a gravel road like I mentioned, and so far guys, the scooter is doing a really good job. You can't even feel the bumps whenever you guys are riding in this type of gravel roads. So that just comes to show guys how great this suspension is right away. It's really smooth. I can't even feel the rocks or the bumps, so that's amazing. So let's go down here, guys, and then like I said, we're gonna be testing the power going uphill. All right, guys, so let's go here. We have a little bit of a hill right here, and as you guys can see, the scooter was able to climb it, no issues. There's another hill right here, so let's go ahead and climb it again to see how well it does. So let's go full throttle, and no issues, as you guys can see. Let's test again. So when it comes to power, guys, this scooter definitely has some power. You can definitely feel it as well, which is awesome for an electric scooter. Like I said, this scooter is considered an all-terrain scooter, meaning you can pretty much ride it in various off-roading terrains like sand, dirt, gravel, or pretty much any other terrain like snow as well, which is awesome. So let's go through here and then let's climb over there. The acceleration is also really impressive. It's very, very responsive, which is really nice to see as well. But so far, guys, the first thing that I noticed about this scooter is just how smooth it is when riding it on gravel roads or various rough terrains. It's just really, really smooth. You can't even feel the bumps or the rocks. That's how smooth this thing is, which, you know, it has something to do with the dual suspension and also the tires. It really helps it a lot whenever you guys are riding it in these terrain. Let's test the brakes. Whoa, as you guys can see, the brakes are really awesome as well. They're not disc brakes, but they are still powerful enough to stop. As you guys can see, really, really impressive. So far, guys, I'm really impressed by how this scooter is performing. Woo! All right, so let's go over here. As you guys can see, this is also a gravel road, and no issues at all in terms of the suspension, you know, being extremely bumpy or nothing like that. This thing is relatively smooth. In fact, you can't even feel the bumps or the rocks. That's how smooth this electric scooter is. Alright guys, so this scooter does have 3 riding modes. So it has eco mode, drive mode, and sport mode. So depending on which mode you have it on, for example, eco mode is going to be the most efficient when it comes to battery life, but it's going to be the slowest. So sport mode is going to be it's going to give you the fastest speed, but it's going to also drain the battery quicker. So let's go ahead and put it on sport mode, and then let's do a top speed to see what the fastest is on this scooter. So let's go ahead and do this. As you can see, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So as you guys can see, the fastest that we're able to get on this scooter is 22 miles per hour, which honestly, guys, for a electric scooter, that's actually quite impressive. Overall, I think this is a very solid e-scooter that I can highly recommend to anyone looking for a reliable scooter with great performance and features. As always, the links to purchase it will be down below in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.